Welcome back, coaches, to TA with Rec. I'm your host, and I'm here to go over some levels with you. So what's going on, guys? What went down today? 43,689. What happened? Kind of feel like we talked about this yesterday. So let's dive on in. Daily wise. Let's go to the daily. Ooh, who's texting me? My brother's texting me. All right. So if you guys remember from a couple videos ago, I kind of had this bar of kind of where we were as far as price action goes on the daily moving candle from our first jump up from July 21st. We went up and tested the top of that channel, came back down, found support before we rallied again. Back on up to $53,000. So you can definitely say we have a little bit of a ranger. We came back and tested it a couple times, kept on bouncing off of it, and as you see, I should have done this a little bit smaller, like there. I think that's still a good range. But essentially we broke out, back tested it, and now we're coming back down a little bit. Which is expected. As I mentioned to you guys yesterday, would not be surprised if just comes back down, tests before we go and rally to 53. You know. So again, that's on the daily. When you zoom in, obviously, it becomes a little bit better. Overall, I still think you're on a downsloping channel. You crossed over it's not looking good. Not good on the 4 hour at least. Slightly. So you definitely lost some momentum, which is fine. It's expected. And you're back kind of in a neutral. You spend a couple hours, 12 hours. Yeah, a little bit over 12 hours. Kind of finding a bouncing just to find another bottom, and we're currently working on getting another positive momentum. And let's zoom on in even further, see where 15 minute is telling us. 15 minute, we're obviously below that demand or that resistance line, which is not good. Looks like we are building a little bit of strength toward the upside on the 15 minute. But again, anything can happen because you are kind of bearish, crossed over bearishly. The 4 hour, you're about to cross over bearishly on a bigger time frame, the 8 hour. The daily, you just crossed over today on our imaginary white line. So, what can happen here? Besides it just kind of hovering, because we had some great 1 hour engulfing candle. Like, that is just like, hey, we're right here. We're just waiting. We're chilling. It's on a 1 hour time frame. Consolidation we had here. Bam. Bottom. Tested a second bottom and definitely went back up. And now we're just waiting to break out of this channel. If I had to guess, let's pull out our Fibonacci. Definitely say we can go a little bit to 51 because we're right here at the 45. Looks like there's still some resistance there, which is why we came back down, which is fine. But we're slowly inching away at it. Let's move on to ETH. Oh, also, big shout out to BTB, aka Bobby. Thanks for joining the channel. Yeah, we can cover Doge and Shiba. Edgar Nino, yeah. We'll cover ADA, Matic, and XRP. Yeah, we'll do some quick analysis there. Alex, thanks. Looks like we're going for ETH there. So yeah, let's jump on into ETH. ETH kind of did what BTC did. Oh, one of the other charts I am going to dive on into. ETH to BTC. I do like that chart. So 4 hour wise, kind of just hanging on in there. You did great. You try to come back down. You bounced, engulfing candle. You showed that there is less negative momentum going in that range, and yeah, you build off negative now, but that's because BTC pulled back and you're above 30,000 or 3,000 again. Like I mentioned, you definitely want to stay above 3,000. That's interesting. Ha ha ha. Wow, guys. I think this is a really good level to take a look at. Kind of what I'm looking at here is our previous engulfing candle here, where we just straight shot it up to 3,500. We kind of obviously do that a couple times here. We found this as support. Again, this is daily time frame. Broke down, but we were still hovering around here, which obviously we have support here. Before we had this nice little run to the upside to 4,800. Look at that. I think we're coming back down. We're just gonna hover, maybe come back to test 3,000 would be good. Good one again, like I mentioned. Even just to test it today. Let's change this. So you're just kinda gonna do whatever BTC is gonna do. If BTC goes, you're definitely gonna see us rise to the upside. My target, again, still sticking with 3,500. I don't see anything that's gonna change except that we're gonna be definitely a lot more bullish. I think we're just trying to find our little bottom here before we go back up. Again, anything can happen, you know. Definitely can go something like this, or where we go touch it and kind of fall below our bullish control zone and then just kind of fall. That can happen, but again, I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking, you know, we're just taking a little breather, slowly coming back down, find another bottom before we bullishly get back into our control zone and hang back above the bullish control zone at 65. We're right there, you know, 56. We peaked at 60 on the daily time frame. On the 4 hour, we're definitely looking a little bit more bullish. Yeah, see, you know, we're overextended. Again, trying to find another divergence factor from point A to point B, where you definitely see higher price movements. From the looks of it, you're trying to make the same or more negative momentum with higher values, which is another great thing. We're definitely not falling below our middle line, which is great. So yeah, ADA, let's see, we talked about ADA yesterday. Not really much to discuss besides kind of all of these cryptos are kind of looking the same. You know, you fell off for 16 hours, pumped. You're looking on recovering all that right now. We're 2 minutes from which one's closing right now? The 6 hour, and yeah, I think the 6 hour is the only one that's closing right now. Yeah, 2 minutes away from the 6 hour. Indecision candle, it's somewhat good, somewhat bad. You know, means that there's still some upside, there's still some downside. Ideally, you just want to be above that. The 1 hour is definitely showing that we do have some upside, but unless we break and stay above $1.18, I'm thinking that we're just gonna end up coming back down. Yeah, it's not looking too good on ADA. Real quick, during that 12 hour, you fell. Yeah, I mean, anything can happen, guys. I do see just factors. Again, we were crossing on the 6 hour divergence factor, so something like that maybe. Mm. See, it's like, man, the 6 hour looks like that, and then you look at the 4 hour where you were definitely super bullish divergence, where you create higher negative momentum pressure with higher price action. Like, man, that is beautiful right there. Oh, and on the RSI, that is beautiful. Same thing. On the relative strength index, you created a lower low with higher price action. Alright, guys. This, I swear, you're like getting ready to push 149 once you break out of this sloping channel. I honestly think it didn't happen soon. That's going to be our second line. I think this happens within the next, this February 12th, 1 to 2 days. 1 to 2 days. And for giggles, this is what I'm going to do. We're going to leave this, and we're going to check back. So, Edgar, make sure you keep tabs on ADA. But, oh man, that is beautiful. Testing the 50% retrace. You came back down. You definitely fell below the 38%. Bounced off of it, and you're looking to bounce off of it. Again, mark my words. Bam. We covered this yesterday. Come on, guys. 63. We're doing great. This is great. Stay tuned, Edgar. This is where we're going. I predicted this for like, a little bit further out. I didn't think it was going to happen this quick, but that's some good price action. I kind of put it like this so just to have it, but yeah, I was kind of thinking maybe like get here in like mid-March or something, but if this pulls off, it's going to happen instantly, depending on how BTC goes. And let's just go back real quick, because it looks like it just wants to have some fun right now. It's looking good. It's looking good. Alright, let's cover Doge and XRP real quick. So let's take a look at Doge first. I really haven't done any TA for Doge since like it was like 2 cents, to be honest with you. But yeah, let's see if we can get a better Doge chart. Yeah, that's not it. Yeah, that's not it. What the hell? What's going on? I want something that's gonna have what's going on? Why can't I pick it? I want one that's gonna have action from before it even got to a cent. Kind of like at 2 cents or something like that. I wonder if Alright, I don't know. Point being, let's hear. I guess we'll do this. We'll do it on the daily, I guess. Here we go. Alright guys. Yeah. Here we go. Doge. Doge. Elon's favorite coin. So, a couple things I do want to point out. Scamwix. Definitely hate Scamwix. So, that just means that this day something happened where the price did get to this low on this exchange. So obviously it painted the candle that way. It's just that price action really just very volatile this day, where price went back down, and you know, people had buy-in orders there and came back up. It's kind of just ridiculous. It was ridiculous. But here we're gonna use our 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches before we can paint our line. We're also gonna put our inflection point at 2 points and multiple points within. I'm gonna go a little bit higher, kind of pick our one right before and the one right above, and also I usually go for the one right after. Yeah. Start a trend line to see kind of where we're at. Kind of looks good, but I would put it to there just to be on the safe side, you know. It's just you just have so much action here, and kind of really didn't do much. So after that, as you can see, we are at an inflection zone. Currently we need to stay above 16 cents, and we're not doing that. We did go down, so I guess we can redraw our most minimal line here, because that is where we found support once, and we did it again twice, 3, 4 times before we actually did not come back and retest 13 cents. So from just previous recent highs, we definitely got to stay above. First one, 29 cents. Second one is going to be here at 21 cents. So 29 cents, 21 cents. And that's just recent. You just have multiple days here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. 5 days that you need to break 21.84. You have 2 days that you need to break 30. So far as resistance. And that would be my next big target, 34 cents. So these are great areas to take action on Doge. From a TA perspective, you would honestly place your stop loss like right below this. You can kind of think of it like this: one bottom, second bottom, third bottom, but with multiple days in between. I would like to see a little bit of more price action within the next couple of days. If BTC does reverse and this doesn't move, that's going to be very bad. As you can see, we are definitely below our downward trend line, and it doesn't look good. It does not. But it doesn't mean that these areas are not well enough to take longs. Just from our 16% down from our next level, you can end up hovering maybe somewhere in the middle here. I don't think you can probably get in here like this. Let's do something. Let's say that hopefully you can get in there. Put your stop loss right below the level of inflection, so you're only going to have a 11% downswing. Your first target would be even from here at 16 cents, your first target is definitely going to be 21 cents. You're going to make another one, and you're going to shoot for 29 cents. And I think that that's great. At 29 cents, that's a whole 100% retrace. You can do the first wave. Even the first wave would essentially leave you to a 27% increase in value, and the second level would be at 22 cents and for 50% value return. That does not seem like a bad trade. So we'll leave this up. Just gonna hide our long positions. We'll come back and check on this. So Bobby, hey Bobby, make sure you check back in a couple days and see how Doge did. Side note, I do hope that we bounce off our middle trend line on both. Well, crossover on our MACD for sure, but stay above our 50 here on our Doge, on our little puppy Doge. Bam. RSI in the 4 hour. Let me see. I mean, I do like that, but meh. All right. What was the last one? XRP. Actually, Matic or XRP. We'll take a look at another one tomorrow. So I don't know how to pick. Whichever one has more gain for the day. So let's take a look. All right. XRP is down 2.14% on the day, and Matic is 77. So we're gonna go with Matic. All right. I have no idea what this is. It looks like a random drawing. Matic. Alright, let's take a look on the daily first. Man. It's crazy that this was January 1st of last year, Matic was at 1 cent. At 1 cent. And currently a whole year and a month later, we are currently sitting at, just something small. Just an 11,000 gain. That's it. Nothing major. Man, crypto's a beauty. Crypto is a beauty. Alright guys, what are we doing first? What are we doing? Lines. I'm not counting this because we do have a peak over here as the second fall. And you definitely close below this, so yeah, there's no point to use this as a reference, or at least this little wick. That wick doesn't matter. You closed here, you tested this as a high on the wick, you closed right below this as resistance. Same thing, resistance on the wicks, resistance on the wick. So, all right. Obviously, downward sloping trend line. Ooh. That looks pretty. No, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, because we're obviously going from our to the first high, and then extending the line, and obviously that doesn't look good. Like it doesn't look great. But let's zoom in and kind of see where we're at. You can definitely say that this is a bottom also right here. You definitely tested it as support a couple days, and you did stay above it. So that is a really good thing. You just came back and tested the wicks, and you obviously stayed above it this day. You didn't even, as a wick, come back down to touch it. So there's obviously support there. But let's dive on into the 4 hour here. I kind of want to see what kind of action this is kind of doing. Ooh. What do you guys think here? Let's see. Man, I'm telling you, some of these cryptos, man, it's just like algorithm stuff. Bam. Look at that. Look at how close. Like, I get it. But, I mean, you're not going to catch every high and every top. But if you just anchored from here to your bottom, first wave, okay, you knew. Like, I mean, right here, you kind of knew. You had this as your, last support. You broke down fine. You went up, you retested it again. And then you really back test spring to spring, bounced, came back down, tried to do it again. You tried to break it and you couldn't. So bounce, try it again, bounce, try it again. Look at that. And you had multiple time here to drop in price, and you didn't. You bounced. So now look at what's happening, and you bounced straight to the 50. Matic on the 4 hour. I really hope you cross over this trend line. Man, it doesn't look good on the 4 hour, to be honest with you. Looks good on the daily. I like it on the daily. I like it on the weekly. I'm about to start liking it on the 2-day. Looks like you're about to get some positive momentum to the upside here, which is going to be great. And you're testing. You just crossed over on the 50 for your relative strength. So Matic could be great. Let's check it on the 1 hour. Yeah, see, on the 1 hour it doesn't look too great. Again, I mean, I get it. You're detailing a little bit much more on a smaller time frame, but an hour is still an hour. And it does develop price action patterns. You name it. Like, look at that. Okay, you mean tell me that there definitely wasn't a zone here on the 1 hour? Like, you're crazy. But so far, yeah, that's it, guys. Again, tune in, check up on your coins, on your assets, and let's keep it going. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.